Na 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 na, na 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 na, hey hey hey, goodbye. Wow, that's really bad. But anyway, I am saying goodbye to my 180's. And I'm doing it with a lovely carbonated water from my soda stream with some Himalayan pink salt and a splash of lime. It's my version of bubbly. But anyway, yes, I am celebrating. I am celebrating getting out of my 180's. It's been a month. It's been very hard to do. It was a set point. I did it. I'm so excited. But I'm going to share with you how I did and my plan moving in the future. Hi there everybody, this is Julie with Obesity Is Not Me. Go ahead and subscribe. If you are new to this channel, I am not a doctor, I am not a nutritionist, I am not a personal trainer, I'm not even an influencer. I am just some crazy person on YouTube logging my weight loss journey as I navigate the crazy weight loss society that we've made in the United States. Anyway, so without further ado, that disclosure. So I'm gonna tell you how I've lost over 23 pounds. I have done intermittent fasting, and mostly I've done a 16-8 feeding window. If you are new to intermittent fasting, that means that you do not eat 16 hours a day, and you do not eat 16 hours a day, yes, and then 8 hours you have a window to eat. So usually I would stop eating at 6 o'clock at night, and then I can eat again at about 10 in the morning. Now, as I progressed and got more comfortable with that, I've pushed those out to maybe 1, 2, 3, I mean sometimes 3, so then I would have a 24-hour feeding window. I've also gone 24 hours. I've done a full 24 hours, and this is my third fast. I'm on a third fast. So I've done 3 48-hour fasts as well. I do a 48-hour fast once a month. That's always been in my plan, and that's what I am sticking to. I went on a vacation, and I was slowly creeping up. I still kept that feeding window pretty much. I think I gave myself 1 day off on there, but I was creeping up. And I think, like a lot of us understand and go through, your body starts to adapt to the new things and doesn't give up the fat. I also lived in the 180's for a very, very long time. For all of my 20s, I was in the 180's. I was eating regular restaurant, American style food. I ate out all the time. I was in the hotel industry. I got free dinners. The pastry chef at the Ritz-Carlton was one of my best friends. Please, there was no hope for me. I even ran on the beach every day. And I was 20. You know, you could keep the weight down, but I stayed at a size 14. So 20 years, that was 20 years ago. So now, like 10 years, I was starting to get a really bad, really heavy, and I did a lot of weight loss. And I had 65-pound weight loss, and I got down to 147 using many different methods. What I didn't realize was that I was using intermittent fasting and not even notice the scale, if you can believe that. I'm very active, so I ran a lot, yeah. And I also walked a Camino de Santiago, which is 16 hours a day of walking. My steps were something like 64,000 in a day, and I didn't lose as much weight as I do with intermittent fasting, so with 64,000 steps. So my thing to me, this is for me, is that you aren't going to be able to exercise off this program. So I haven't exercised that much this week, to tell you the truth, from last week, but I did. But I am exercising. I am getting on my treadmill. I have to go run a 5K for the turkey trot, so I've been trying to do a 5K. I fear that I might be out of shape on that, but I'll walk it, no problem. But anyway, I just want to go over how I got here. Right now, I am 8 days into a keto diet, which I had no intention of doing keto. But now I am full into it and I love it. I hit that plateau and I'm like not losing. I either had to go OMAD. If you're new to this, OMAD is 1 meal a day. I was gonna have to go in that direction to get some more weight loss. I was using keto around my fast, the 48-hour fast, to help with that because you aren't so hungry during those fasting periods. I was using keto around like 24 hours. So if I was OMAD, I probably would choose a keto diet as well because it's so much easier because you're getting a lot of fat in. Now I am a very healthy fat eater, and that's a Thomas DeLauer type of thing. I'm trying to eat a lean protein, and most of my fat is coming from like coconut oil, avocado oil, nut oils and things. So that's been very beneficial. I do have to say I've succumbed to the pork rinds and bacon. I am eating that. I'm not one of those people that overdo those, but I have just because I want a chip every once in a while. So anyway, yes, so that is my plan of attack. And I have to tell you, I'm loving keto. I am. I'm like so much more in control and I don't have those crazy cravings. It was really hard for me to go onto keto. I love carbs, but in doing my research and looking into the whole thing, I've just come to the conclusion that getting fat adapted is a lifetime reward that I just can't pass up, especially after doing all this intermittent fasting and realizing how actually easy and hard it actually is. So what is fat adaptation? It is that your body starts to use fat instead of carbohydrates. So I'm not a doctor. Thomas DeLauer can explain it 10 times better than I can. Please go over to his channel. I do have 4 shout out experts on it. I got Dr. Mindy Peltz, P-E-L-Z, Thomas DeLauer, Dr. Ken Berry, and Dr. Boz. So it's I've kind of melded all those guys together and created my own little Julie plan. So this is my plan. Like I said, figure out what works for your body. If OMAD works for you, go for OMAD. If, just a warrior style, which would be keto with a 20 and a 4. I might have to get to 24 eating window with keto. I don't know. All I know is that it's working and I'm gonna stick with it. I've kind of committed to it. I was only doing it to get myself off of sugar in the beginning for 3 days. And then I'm like, yeah, this feels good. I'm gonna keep going with it. So I'm a week into it and I'm like 3 pounds down in a week. And I haven't seen those numbers since I started. So that's some good weight loss, eating ridiculous amounts of fat. You can go back last week and see what I've been eating, but I've been eating a lot. My skin feels great and I'm not starving, really hungry anymore. I'm not gonna call it starving because you're never starving. I shouldn't use that term, I don't like that. We don't have starving problems in this country. But anyway, so that is my plan right now. So I'm gonna go keto. I'm sticking with my 16-8 feeding window. I am going to give myself 1 day off a week from my 16-8 feeding window. I am going every month. I do a 48-hour full fast, water, coffee, tea fast that I am actually on right now. Kind of helps with the mental clarity in the beginning. It's awesome. So yes, and then hopefully I want to get to an annual 5-day fast is what I'm trying to work up to right now. So my main goal now is to get that fat adaptation. And I guess it takes 6 to 8 weeks on keto. So my cheat days are gonna look very different right now. You don't really get cheat days anymore. I don't get a lot of my fruit anymore. I do have a bunch of vegetables. I have, if you can go back and get the 7 vegetables that you can eat as much as you want, which is awesome. And that is from Ken Berry on the keto. I'm allowing myself to eat that, as much as possible. And I am trying to find the best fruit. Dr. Mindy Peltz said that green apples are a go on keto, that they're really low in the carbohydrate world. So I'm gonna switch my apples from Honeycrisp or Gala. I'm gonna switch them to green apples because I'm an apple a day type of person. I like my apples. I always have. So I'm probably gonna do berries. I'm a fruit and vegetable person doing keto. Yes, I am. And yes, it is possible. I would prefer not to eat a lot of meat, just for my own preference. I really, I don't like inhumane meat practices of this country. Don't get me wrong. I'm not a non-meat eater, but I also, I definitely like fish, and I definitely will be eating salmon and things like that because salmon is a powerhouse fish. But anyway, I don't even want to talk food right now because I'm in my fast. So that is my new plan moving forward right now. Like I said, I'm 8 days into keto. I'm going to keep a ketogenic diet. I'll be showing you what I'm eating and what's working because it seems to be working really well. I'm on my 48-hour fast, so hopefully that will get me through. Like I said, I really don't want to lose weight doing excessive exercise right now. I really want to focus on my diet. So I probably will be running on my treadmill maybe every other day, on the elliptical, and I'm doing weights in the thing. Now the weights are very important because I don't want the saggy skin when as I'm losing weight. So I think it's important to keep up some, toning and definitely stretching, some yoga and things as you lose weight because your skin will sag. But supposedly, if you do keto, you're not going to have sagging skin or intermittent fasting because of the autophagy. The autophagy is it's the fat adaptation, and autophagy is what I'm going for. What the main goal. It's not just weight loss. It is those two things. And if you don't know what they are, I definitely recommend that you start researching them because that's the long-term health benefits of doing this, to tell you the truth, of doing that. Autophagy is getting rid of your old cells that are in your body, and you can do it by fasting, really. And that it's an amazing thing. I am not a doctor, I'm not an expert. I'm just doing it myself, and I do feel fantastic. I hit a milestone of 10% down my body fat. I started at 203. I'm 179 right now, and I'm still going. I wanted to do 50 in 50. I was turning 50. I'm going to turn 50 this year, and I wanted to be 50 pounds down before I did that because I was 50 pounds overweight. So yes, I was in obesity. I am not in obesity anymore, but I am not at the end yet. So I just wanted to reiterate my plan. If you're new to this program or this channel or whatever, I just wanted to actually also update everybody on where I'm going. And yes, it is now keto, intermittent fasting keto. So 77, day 77 intermittent fasting, day 8 of keto. I want to hang out in keto to see the magic of fat adaptation. So I'm gonna push through and do that, and hopefully have a tasty time in it. I've enjoyed the keto. I've had a lot of good food. I haven't really deprived myself that badly, so I'm like, oh, this isn't that bad. I mean, I do miss like full on, like when I make my husband his pasta, I'll have one bite of it. That's kind of where I'm getting. So if and then I count those grams, but I get the taste of it, and then I have my altered thing, and I'm kind of fine with it. The psychology of that I get a bite of what he's eating is kind of really, or maybe two bites, maybe one or two, is really helping. And chocolate is really helping me as well, because you can have the dark chocolate, and there's no carbohydrates in it. You can add a little packet of stevia in there too. So you can make those bombs. They have like these coconut bombs, and I think I'll make those for you, but not now, because I'm in a 48-hour fast. So anyway, I think I've rambled on enough. New plan. So excited to be out of the 180's. Really excited. Really glad to be doing keto. Hopefully I can get some good numbers on the scale this month. Last month was so low in weight loss. So anyway, that's it. Have a great day. I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.